welcome everyone. My name is Raquel, and you can find me on Ravelry and on Facebook as RGOriginals. And after last week's episode, I created a group on Ravelry. So come join us. It's called Adventures in Yarn. I'll link everything in the show notes, and maybe I'll add some text down here below. As you might notice, there's a different background today. I'm filming at my parents' house. Today is the 19th of March. It's a Saturday. It's Father's Day in Portugal, so happy Father's Day to everyone. Rusty was wanting to join me, but now he wants to go on the floor. There's gonna be barking. There's 4 dogs here today. Not just 2, there's 4. Hey! Come here, Rusty. Come here. One starts barking, the others start barking straight away. Joe was sitting at the window looking out, and a bird passed by. Joe! Come here, Joe. Come here. Jojo. Come here, Joe. No? Okay. I'll see if I can continue without pausing too much. If they start barking too much, I'll have to stop. So, let's get started. I am wearing my my version of the Harvest Cardigan by Tin Can Knits, which is a free pattern on Ravelry. It'll link to their website. It was originally a cardigan, but I turned it into a sweater. As you can see, it's a sweater. I kept the ribbing, the button band ribbing here as a design element on the sweater. And yarn I used for the darker. This is 2 different yarns striped together. So the darker that you can see here is Fiber Space Vivacious DK in the Blue Lagoon colorway, and the other, the greener with the with these purple hearts and everything, that's Yarn Adventures BFL DK, and that was a club colorway that Philomena dyed for me. So yeah, I love this sweater. It's like I've been wearing it a lot. It's super warm, and yeah, I know short sleeves, but I get warm a lot, so I don't really need long sleeves, especially on my winter sweaters. I'd rather put a long sleeved cotton shirt underneath, and that way I'll still be warm. Another finished object as we're going on. This is an older one. It's not one I recently finished. This was a knit along on the Stephen West on the West Knits group, and it was a collection of 3 shawls. Yeah, 3 shawls. I knit them all, and I was lucky enough to win the yarn for this shawl, and this thing is huge. I love it. The reason I'm showing it is because I brought it, and you know, I could show it. So I'll show it. It's like I said, it's huge, so it's not going to fit all in the one screen. I'm going to have to move it around. The white, this is white and yellow striped. The white is Malabrigo Sock in Natural, and the yellow is Malintosh Merino Lights in Edison Bulb. And then here, the blue and beige is the blue is Malintosh Merino Light in the Whitewash, and the beige brown color is Baramu Titus in Yorkstone. So that's like section 1, section 2, and then we get to section 3, which is this big dark gray black area, which is Baramu Titus in Coal. colorway. And then we went on to here. And this is the two Madeline Tosh Merino Lights together, and then this, and that's the end of the shawl. So it's huge. It's warm. It's super, super warm. So usually if I'm going out with, like, for a whole day and it's cold and, like, rainy, like today, this is the shawl I wear because I know I'll be warm enough throughout the whole day. Then, finished object that I finished this week. A pair of socks. And I could have finished 2 pairs of socks, really, because the first one, like I mentioned last week, I had to undo because I got to the heel section and it was way too tight on my legs, so I had to rip the whole thing out. After that, the first one went okay. Second one went okay. You know, knit the whole thing, knit up to the heel, did the heel flat, turned the heel, started the heel decreases, the gusset decreases, put it down, picked it up the following day and counted, but I counted the front twice. So I thought I had the 64 stitches again, and I knit the whole sock, and it was on the toe decreases that I noticed that I had way too many stitches on the bottom part of the foot. So I had to rip the whole thing out up to the gusset decreases, finish the gusset decreases. There was still about, I believe I still had to decrease 8 stitches, do the whole foot again, and the toe decreases. So that's why I only finished these on Thursday, and I could have finished them on Tuesday easily. So yeah, that's my finished objects. Then this is the Regia Vermont colorway, and I really love the striping on this, and I like how the heel turned out. Let's see if I can show that better. And the patterning, which is quite visible, despite the striping. So yeah, so that's what I finished, and then I started my next pair of socks, which are again for the Dona sock knit along MKAL throughout the month of March, and the Katie's Harry Potter knit along from Inside Number 23 podcast. And these are my Moody's. And this is Regia Perfect. And as you can, that's how it's supposed to stripe. Okay, I know this yellow yarn is only a guide to Joe, Rusty. There's a tractor going by on the road. And Rusty, enough. Sorry. Okay, so as I was saying, I know Rusty. As I was saying, I know this yellow yarn is supposed to be used as a guide to show where to start the ball of yarn, so you get 2 identical socks. But as you can see, there's a lot of the yellow yarn, and why waste it? I mean, I think it gives a nice effect, and I'm not gonna really try to make them matching. I don't particularly care. And it's patterned, like textured, and it shows up. I mean, maybe if I use a plain colored yarn, so not variegated, not striped or anything, it probably would show up better, but I like it. I like the whole effect, and I've done, this is an Erica Lueder pattern again, it's free on Ravelry. I've done chart A, B, and C, and I started chart D last night. So, that's it for what I've brought along. It's just a weekend, so I don't usually bring a lot of stuff because I know I won't get time to do a lot of things because I'm playing with the dogs. I'm helping out my parents, so I hope to finish this pair of socks this weekend. I did bring some extra yarn in case, but we'll see. I don't know. But what I do have to show, seeing as we're here, is some of the toys that I've made and that are here at my parents' place. So first off, in the first episode, I showed you that doll that I did in a workshop, which was by Ruth Grange, the little bunny doll. And I mentioned that I wasn't really too pleased about the way the whole workshop had been run and everything, but I was happy with the end result, and I know now how to make the doll, so I can make one myself now without and like taking my time and not rush around and do anything. But I mentioned at the time, I believe, that I'd made some other dolls where everything was hand sewn, and that was with Rita, and she follows the Waldorf method of teaching. Rusty's going to join me here now. So yeah, I did the 2 workshops she did for. She has several workshops, but I did 2 of them. One of them was for this little doll. It was really cute. And okay, she didn't come with the dress. I mean, it's just the body and everything like that. But this is all, other than the head and the body pieces, which were already machine sewed by Rita, the rest was all hand sewn by us. That's the idea. The Waldorf method is, the idea is to do everything as natural as possible. So hand sewing, yeah. I mean, you can machine sew, no problem. So yeah, I made this little doll, and the head is stuffed with regular toy stuffing. The body has got, I can't remember what we put in here, but I believe it was some bird seed or something, dried in the oven so that it's not humid anymore, and so it makes it it's kind of like a beanbag kind of doll, nice and squishy and all that, and fairly heavy. So that was the first workshop I did. Cute little, just simple eyes and little mouth and everything, just the hair. And this was all sewn on. It wasn't glued on or anything. It was all sewn on. Then this was the small doll that she does. Smaller children and all that. And she does a big doll as well. And I didn't get to do the workshop she did at Oveja Negra. I signed up too late. I was already full. So, but she said she was going to do another one, and it was going to be at her home. So I went to do that one. And this is the result. The bigger doll. As you can see. Bigger doll. And this one's completely stuffed with toy stuffing. And again, other than the body parts that were already sewn, machine sewn by Rita, so that we could start the workshop properly, so I wouldn't have to do that. The rest is all hand sewn. The arms are movable, the legs as well. My mom made these little clothes for her. Yeah, so yeah, that's all. And this doll really, it's so super soft. There's a bit of metal in here to hold her head up so that the head doesn't flop around. It's like a metal rod that's stuck in the head and goes into the body. But yeah, it's cute little thing. Hair's all sewn in place so that this is supposed to be for little kids, so that they don't rip it all out and everything. And that's one of the dolls I've made. These two live in my room upstairs in my friend's place. And then we have some other toys that I've made. This is it's supposed to be a little dog. And this was from, again, my mom made the clothes. Just the body. This was from a kit that I bought in Australia when I was there in 2009 at Lincraft. They had these little boxes that came with this cotton yarn. I believe it was 3 balls of this white cotton and then just 1 ball of this darker brown cotton. And I bought 2 boxes because I like the patterns. From the kit you could knit 3 toys. The dog, a cat, and a bunny. Because I saw it and I really liked it, and I thought, well, let me knit 2 little toys, 1 each for my friend's sons, my friend that I was staying with. They both wanted cats, so I knit 2 cats for them, and then I knit I knit this dog for my mom. And it's all like knit flat and then sewn together, and if I were to do them again, I'd knit them all in the round because I don't really like the sewing up part at the end. And the head never, I don't know, I don't like it. I think I can modify this pretty well enough to knit it all in the round. The socks were what was left over from my first pair of socks that I knit that my mom has as well. So I thought it was fitting that as I made the doll for her, I'd use the leftover yarn to make the little socks for the doll. Yeah, that's another little stuffy toy that is currently living in the library, like well protected in the library. Then I had a whole bunch of this yarn left over. I said I bought 2 kits, 2 boxes of this stuff, and out of the 1 box I made the 3 toys, and I still had like a whole skein of the white cotton left over, and a lot of the brown, because you hardly use the brown, just like the little patches for the nose and all that. Then we had then Alan Darts came out with a really hilarious, like really cute pattern. Alan Dart makes amazing toys. And this pattern came out in Simply Knitting. I can't remember the issue, but it was like some time ago, 2011, 2012. And it was more or less around this time, like Easter time, and it's called, no, because Rusty threw them on the floor. It's the Harebrained by Alan Dart, and there you go. Again, my mom made the clothes. And this, I believe, was from a dress that she used to own, but got too old to wear. So, isn't he cute? I used buttons for the eyes. This is a bit of fun fur, and this is all made from the same cotton I made the other toys from. The pink some random yarn my mom had lying around. Little feet. And again, this is all supposed to be knit flat and then all sewn together. I knit most of the pieces in the round. I adapted that. Did have to do some sewing up, like the legs and all that. Cute little, like daffodil, I suppose. So yeah, it's another cute little pattern that I like. And again, is living here in the library with his friends. And I thought, seeing as almost Easter, I thought it was appropriate to show this little guy. And yeah, see seeing as he's supposed to be harebrained, you know, like crazy, doesn't matter that he's like a bit lopsided and all that. I think it adds character to the guy. The pattern was written so that he'd have a little jacket, like sewn onto the arms and everything. I didn't want that. I'd rather have the plain rabbit, and that, so that I could dress him whichever way, or my mom could dress him whichever way she wanted to. So that's mine. And if you go onto Ravelry, onto my page, you can find him on there and see all the changes that I made. So yeah. Then other little toys I have that I probably finished here at the farm, and yeah, they just stayed here. This was the 2014 Mystery Knit-Along by Fuzzy Mittens on Ravelry. And it was pretty obvious that it was going to be a kangaroo right from the beginning. As you can see, there's like, this is all, again, supposed to be knit flat, but I tried my best to knit it in the round. A little pouch. There's supposed to be a baby, but I never got around to making a baby. Little kangaroo tail, and she stands up. She can't stand up like that. And this was just some sock yarn. I believe it's Rico's Superba Poems that I used for something else I had left over. So yeah, cute little kangaroo. Again, use buttons for the eyes. Yeah, another one that lives in the library. Well, it's fine. The last ones I'm going to show was a test knit I did for Clare Doornbos, and seriously, these were super cute, super quick as well to knit. I signed up to do the large size, and I ended up making the whole family plus an extra in like 2 or 3 days. So it was like this cute little hedgehog. And this is really well written. You just gotta trust the pattern, seriously. It's super well written, and they were super quick and super fun to make. I used BMG Affinitas Baby, which is like a sport yarn. Actually, this is the same yarn that I'm using for the chevron baby blanket that I showed in the first episode. So here's the dad. This is the one I signed up for, and I finished like in one evening. Then I made the mom, and then along came the little baby. So these three, cute little family. Then I decided, well, I have so much of this like beige white yarn, why not make I can't hold them all together, make the big brother kind of thing, an albino one. So there he is. So this is my little hedgehog family, and these are also like just regular toy stuffing, super cute, super fluffy, so you can, and there's no buttons on the eyes, it's just like French knot, so you can give these to kids to play with, not a problem. They're little cute little things. So yeah, 10 o'clock, that's the clock in the living room. Okay, so I think that's it. I was hoping that the dogs would cooperate and come here to, you know, my dogs. I want to show my mom's dogs. I can grab one of them here. Just a sec. This is Zara. This is Rusty's sister. Come here, Rusty. And I'll show you both of them so you can see that there really are two of them. See, here's Rusty. And here's Zara. She's a bit scruffy looking, but that's the way she likes it. And Joe had to come and say hello as well. That's Joe. She's a rescue we rescued her in Holland. And she was 16 months old when she came to us. She's going to be 10 towards the end of April. And she, yeah, like you can hear her growl. She's a grumpy little lady. She has been always. She's better now, but you know, she continues to be like this, grumpy. That's okay. We love her. So yeah, I think that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll put links in wherever I mentioned stuff. And here comes Rusty again. He likes to be on my lap. So yeah, till next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.
What you want, Rusty? Come here. What did you eat? Were you eating grass? Come here, Dakota. Were you eating grass? Naughty. Naughty, naughty. This is what he likes doing after being outside and he's like wet. Throw all the pillows on the floor. Right? And as you can see, he's all happy with himself. And this is what Dakota does. Rolls around. She was rolling around. There you go.